128 countries. It clearly said that Trump is a terrorist maker in over the world. And that voting, it clearly isolated Israel and USA. And 8 countries supported Trump. 4 of those countries, their population together, 192,000, even less than 50% of Birmingham population. Look, Trump tried to seek support from very tiny micro countries. That is the fact. Thank you very much for joining us today to support Al-Aqsa and Al-Quds. And free. And inshallah, our first speaker will be Mr. Kamil Hawash from Palestinian Solidarity Campaign.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers, sisters, and friends of justice, let me first of all greet our Christian brothers and sisters with a Merry Christmas, and we wish them a very happy New Year. Jerusalem is a very important city for Christians, for Muslims, and for Jews, but also for all other people of the world. They see it as a very special place. I have to say, I'm very proud to say that I am from Jerusalem. I'm a Palestinian from Jerusalem. Both of my parents were born in Jerusalem, but because of the occupation, because of Israel's practices, my father, who died here in Birmingham, I couldn't bury him in Jerusalem, and he was buried in Birmingham. And that is the kind of thing that Israel does, which we are against. We're gathered here today because, apart from the fact that Israel continues to oppress the Palestinian people, the issue of Jerusalem has become very important. But it's important to remind everyone that there's still a siege on Gaza. 2 million people have been living under siege for 10 years, something that brings shame on the whole world, that is allowed to continue. There are something like 7,000 Palestinians who are incarcerated in Israeli jails. There are more than 6 million Palestinians living abroad who are unable to return because Israel won't allow them. But the focus today is on Jerusalem, Al-Quds, a holy city. I was in Jerusalem for the last time, June of last year, and I was able to go to Al-Aqsa Mosque and to visit the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, to walk its streets that speak of history that goes back for thousands of years. And we reject the claim that history started when Judaism was born. History was there way before that. The Canaanites inhabited that land, and for Israelis to claim that it only belongs to Jews is completely false, and we reject it out of hand. And therefore we reject Donald Trump's claim that Jerusalem is the capital only of the Jewish people. That's what he said. We reject that because it is holy to so many people all over the world. What the United Nations did was to bring the United States in front of the world media to show that they are siding with an apartheid state rather than siding with justice, something that was completely rejected. We thank the British government, the Foreign Office, for instructing our ambassador not only to vote in favor of the resolution in the General Assembly, but even more importantly in the Security Council, where the American representative was isolated on her own. And she had to resort to blackmail and threats to try and swing the vote in the General Assembly, where the Americans have no veto. Thankfully, 128 countries stood with justice. They sent a clear message to the Americans that just like Balfour, who gave away Palestine to the Zionists, we reject that, and in the same way we reject the attempt by Trump to give Jerusalem to an apartheid, colonialist, racist state, Israel. Thank you all for coming out today to support the Palestinians. Jerusalem is for all of us, and it is the capital of Palestine. Thank you for coming out.